Well, coming from New York, I didn't really want to bring anything from there. I wanted to think about doing something here in LA and finding kind of existing people here in whatever location. Just kind of archetypal aspects of LA, but like more like neo and noir and stuff from the 20s, 30s, 40s. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I started writing a script, which I've never done before. And I was doing that in New York, and I was visiting here in the meanwhile. And I started trying to think about who I would want to have in this. I knew I wanted a couple of some sort. And I first thought of Karen Black, who's an actress I'd really admired, but I loved a lot of her 70s films, and I loved just kind of her, you know, there was like a quality to her that I felt made sense with work I'd made in the past. And, you know, I was just really excited about the thought of being able to contact her and seeing if she'd be interested in doing something. And since I was writing a script, I really wanted to be able to work with a real actress, which I never had worked with a real actor before. And then also, you know, like thinking of somebody to have with her in the piece. I didn't want another actor. I didn't want the work to sort of lean towards having like all thespians. I really wanted to think about somebody who wasn't used to being in front of the camera. And I mean, the first person I thought of was the artist Raymond Pettibon. Like, I've always loved his work. You know, he's really very much an LA, you know, part of this, like, from here. And, you know, I didn't know if he would be good in front of the camera or not, but I had seen stills of him, and I just, like, hadn't forgot them. You know, they stuck in my head. I feel like I chose, you know, it's maybe somewhat of a dream, or maybe it's a nightmare, or I don't know, to choose these people who I really admired, who I felt were these sort of creative figures that lived and were part of this culture out in LA. And I had spoken to the Hammer. You know, they helped me get in touch with Karen, and she was patient as I made lots of crazy ideas. As I came up with lots of crazy.
Sounds good. What is it? Am I a statue? Am I painting but my head comes out? What is it?
Is it incest? Is it a painting? Are we a happening?
Did I say that? Did I say
that? No. And so I wanted some sort of communication to happen within the work, and I thought of a couple. And so I met Raymond, and we talked, and he was completely open to being a part of this. And he also, you know, I think loved Karen's work, and really liked, you know, so excited to be able to kind of all get us together in a room and have some sort of experience,
yes,
and capture it.
You know, it's film, it's reality, it's, you know, in the frame and outside the frame.
And Raymond has this amazing way about him on screen. I can imagine pretty accurately. He's great looking, and the more you are around him, the cuter he gets, and just kind of odd and handsome and scruffy and inadvertent and idiosyncratic and kind of really great. And he does know something about acting, because as we were going through things, he said, well, you know, the thing is not to act.
I welcome so much collaboration and sharing the experience, you know, because most of my work is very you know, lonely, hermetic, you know, existence, doing drawings and so forth, and with filmmaking or making music, or, you know, anything like that. That's to me, it's a special existence. You know, stepping out of myself and sharing it with people.
So, of course, the experience is utterly different. The Vizzoli was, you know, like a spoof. It was funny. It was, you know, as an actor, I could talk about each of them. The look of each of them is very beautiful. It's true that they're both very beautiful to look at, I'm sure. This is beautiful in a soft, dreamlike way, and that was beautiful and very rich, you know, golden red and Italianate way. But the acting in that was, you know, you spoke like you had to be Shakespeare. Where's he going? Where's he going? But you had to be funny. You know, sort of, oh, where's he going? Well, the hell is he? You had to sort of do both. And it's sort of meant to be over the top, and you sort of get laughs and so forth. And this is really in the mind or spirit of the person. So it's really visual. You know, you must really do create something to see. You create something to see, and then you just simply respond to what you're seeing. So of course that's quieter, and it's more dreamlike. So they're very different. I suppose the relationship between concept and visual has a certain consistency between the two, because it's so vital, that relationship in each case. It's such a great piece. So conceptual and poetical. And I think the meaning is so wonderful to work with. Because it's something that's occurred, it's an incredible incident. It's never spoken of practically or pragmatically or in any detail, because what is dealing with resonance in a soul, so to speak, and verbiage about that when something really catastrophic happens. Because of course it's hard to confront.
Right.
So it begins to dim, and it gets away from you, and you're trying to get it back. So it's fabulous. And everything she says is, so we're on a real good wavelength. And everything...
Telepathy.
Yeah. So everything she says to me is like totally, oh, you're right, of course, yes. It's like, why didn't I think that? So it's just been a great experience.
Giving me a lot of credit, but thank you.
Well, wait till
Definitely
you
not how
see
I
it,
feel.
then you'll give her credit too.